All right, guys, good morning and welcome to your unique devotion for the day. Today we're going back to the beginning of chapter 20 of the book of John. So, John chapter 20, and I'm going to read the empty tomb. This is verse 1 through 10. And then I'll pose an interesting question. Okay, here we go. The most important part first. Now, the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene went to the tomb early, while it was still dark, and saw that the stone had been taken away from the tomb. Then she ran and came to Simon Peter and to the other disciple, whom Jesus loved, and said to them, "They have taken away the Lord out of the tomb, and we do not know where they have laid him." Peter therefore went out, and the other disciple, and were going to the tomb. So they both ran together, and the other disciple outran Peter and came to the tomb first. And he, stooping down and looking in, saw the linen cloths laying there, yet he did not go in. Then Simon Peter came, following him, and went into the tomb, and he saw the linen cloths laying there, and the handkerchief that had been around his head, not lying with the linen cloths, but folded together in a place by itself. Then the other disciple, who came to the tomb first, went in also, and he saw and believed. For as yet they did not know the scripture, and he must rise again from the dead. Then the disciples went away again to their own homes. So in this depiction, they come to the tomb and they don't know that he's risen, so they're kind of probably thinking someone stole the body. And they don't know where he's been laid. But the key here, I think, is, at least what stands out for me, is that he saw and believed. He believed what Mary was saying. He saw what was going on with his own eyes. Now here's where the question comes in. When something like this, the idea of someone stealing a body, something out of the ordinary happens, do you become a pessimist or an optimist? They probably became pessimists. Like, oh, where have they put the body? Woe is me. Worst has happened. Now what do we do? But what if they would have been a pessimist and thought to themselves, something extraordinary could have happened here. I don't know what it is, but something extraordinary could have happened, and something for good. So we go through our daily lives, and they become very habitual, which in some ways is very good. We like structure. But when something out of the ordinary steps into play, be it good or bad, something that we weren't expecting in life, do we become pessimists? Let me rephrase that. Do I become a pessimist, or do I become an optimist? Because even when someone hands you something good, if someone handed me, this isn't a very good analogy, but I'm going to use it, a lottery ticket, do I become an optimist and be like, oh wow, this is cool, this is going to change my life, I'm going to use this to change other lives? Optimist? Or do I become instant pessimist? That thought in my heart, in my mind, all right, what's the catch? Right? That's a good scenario. What about a bad scenario? Do you automatically see, like, if someone's in a car accident, you think the worst? Or do you tend to gravitate towards, well, maybe everyone's okay, maybe everyone's gonna be fine. Maybe I should check on them, make sure they're breathing, look for where do you gravitate? It's not necessarily a right or wrong answer, it's just a simple reflection on yourself. So, when something out of the ordinary happens today, and I hope it does, do you see yourself as a pessimist or an optimist? On that note, I hope God gives you all the blessings you deserve, and even more so, all the blessings you don't deserve. Have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow.